Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 92 of the Mamapreneur Podcast. I'm your amazingly fabulous host, Robbin. Welcome. I am so glad that you all are here with us this evening for yet another amazing episode. Um, Before I go any further, I love to give my flowers to her while she can smell them. So shouts out to CEO of POWERTEAM, Kesha Kesh, episode 92, baby. Woo-hoo. Okay. So thank you guys for tuning in. So every show, I like to put you people to work in the audience. And so today's no different. So if you're tuning in right now and watching us live on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, I need you to share the live broadcast, whether you're watching us live or watching us via replay. Give me a hashtag replay in the chat if you're tuning in via the replay on any platform. So share. You never know who this episode could be a blessing to. And so please make sure that you're sharing the live, sharing the replay. Sharing is caring. All right. Also, let me know where you're tuning in from in the comments. Type in where you're from. I love that this platform is a little over 4 years old, and I am just so grateful that this platform is reaching, all over the United States and all over, outside of the United States. So, we love it. We love a good global vibe, honey, international vibe. I am totally here for it. So let me know in the chat, whether you're on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, let me know where you're from. Whether this is your first time tuning in or this is your 92nd time watching us. Thank you. I'm extremely grateful for you guys' support each and every second and fourth Thursday evening, 8 p.m. Just very grateful for every guest that comes onto this show. And you guys are in for a treat tonight. For tonight's episode, I got people from all over the country on tonight. So just get ready to buckle up. And get ready to be empowered, inspired, and get some gems today. I'm looking forward to it. So looking forward to you guys knowing who they are. Okay. Also, audience, if you are a business owner in the audience, please put your business information in the chat. If you know me, Mamapreneur, anything, I am all for networking, connection, collaboration. And so put your information in the chat, your business website, your social media, so people can know who you are. Nobody knows who you are until you talk about it. So this is your time to shine. So put your business info in the chat, where you're from in the chat, and share the live broadcast or the replay. All right. And lastly, this is an interactive podcast. Okay. Yes, I know that you just love me so much. And that I am just so wonderful in your eyes. All right. But we want you to vibe with us in the chat. So if you have a question for me, question for one of our guests, feel free to ask the question in the chat. If you are loving what we're talking about and you want to be the amen, hallelujah corner, feel free to type that in the chat. We love it when the audience talks back at us and, and has questions and they're engaged into whatever we're discussing at the time. All right. So talk to us. It's okay. We don't bite. I promise. Okay. All righty. For those who do not know who I am, my name is Robbin. Dallas, Texas, born and raised, and have been your amazingly fabulous hostess with the mostest for the past almost 4.5 years. And I love what I do. I love this show. I love that Kesha provided this opportunity to me for me to be able to pay it forward to other women and men. We got a dudepreneur on tonight, y'all, and women entrepreneurs and our dudepreneurs to be able to give them an opportunity to share what they do. And you never know their business. You may need their business. So yes, and then shouts out to Kesha for the sound effects. As TD Jakes would say, get ready, get ready, get ready. Okay. Tonight's episode is sponsored by Hello Boba. Hello Boba, where you can quench your thirst with some boba tea. So Hello Boba is a boba tea shop with locations in Allen, Texas and McKinney, Texas, owned and operated by, I like to call them the dynamic duo, Chi and Aisha Duru, which is my best friend. I love her to pieces, Aisha Duru. And Hello Boba offers a delicious variety of refreshing drinks, and they keep the community coming back for more. It is a great spot for events. I've been to a few events at the Allen and the McKinney location. So if you're looking for a possible event space, Hello Boba is the place to be. And you can head over to their website, hellobobatea.com. Follow them on Instagram or just stop by one of their locations. They will be glad to see you there. Hello Boba in Allen, Texas and McKinney, Texas. All right, are our sponsors for tonight. All right. All right. So, your girl got announcements. That's what we do here. So make sure that you are subscribed to the Mamapreneur Podcast YouTube channel. So if you're on YouTube right now, go ahead and press that subscribe button. If you're tuning in on LinkedIn or Facebook, when the show is over, I need you to go over to YouTube and subscribe. It takes 2 seconds. Okay. So subscribe to the Mamapreneur YouTube channel. I would greatly appreciate it. All right. All righty. Now booking for early 2026 for the Mamapreneur Podcast. You heard me. 2026. So if you are a business owner out there that would like to get more exposure for your brand, whether it's in studio or if you're not able to be in studio, I can promote your brand just like I did for Hello Boba, where they're not physically in studio. I can do the same for you. Link is on the screen. You can book a call with me, and I'll be happy to provide more details on what that looks like to be a part of the Mamapreneur Podcast. I'm going to say it again for the people in the back. Now, booking for early 2026. We are in July. So that should tell you something. All right. So just want to put that bug in your ear. Women and men business owners. Holla at a pimp. If you want to get on the show and get your brand out there. Okay. All right. So also with the Mamapreneur Podcast, I have a community called the Mamapreneur Tribe. I am currently hosting a retreat for the Mamapreneur Tribe at the end of next month. That time got here so stinking quick. So I am currently looking for business owners that want more exposure for their brand. So if you would like to be a sponsor or know more about sponsorship, you can book a call with me with that same link, and I'll be happy to provide more information. I always tell people sponsorships is a great way to get more people to know about who you are and what you do, and know that you have a servant heart at the same time. Okay. So if you would like to be a sponsor for the retreat, you would book a call with me, and I'll be able to provide more information with that as well. Lastly, your girl always got an event going. So next Saturday, July 19th, did a live on IG with my fellow collaborator this afternoon. We are doing part 2 of Keys to Connections real estate mixer. So where are my DFW real estate professionals at? This event is for you. Marcus came to my April. Marcus, you get to know Marcus in a minute. He came to the April event, and it was a vibe. And so it's going to be in Plano, Texas, but you must register to attend. So July 19th, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. The Keys to Connection Real Estate Mixer. Hope to see you there. All right. And lastly, on July 28th, I'm having a Mamapreneur podcasting pitch webinar. So there are podcasts out there like myself. And some people may not know how to get onto podcast, what to say, to the person in their pitch to get on the podcast. And I'm going to talk about all things pitching yourself to get your brand out there, again, on global markets just like this one. So I was about to say September, Jesus. July 28th, Mamapreneur Podcast Pitch Webinar. This is for all business owners. You don't have to have a podcast to come on. This is for you if you want to get more media and marketing for your business, okay? Registration is required. And you guys know at any Mamapreneur event, I give gifts. So, you must be present to win. Just saying. Okay? All righty. So on this show, I have a segment called Robbin's 2 cents. And I'm going to make this short and sweet because we have an amazing group of guests that have gone. Tonight's 2 cents. I have been having quite a bit of conversations with business owners, and it's been tough for quite a bit of business owners that I know personally. A lot of people are discouraged. Things aren't quite happening in the way that they would like. Hey, you fasting, honey, you praying, you're investing, you're putting in the work, you're posting daily, you're doing all the things, and that you haven't quite gotten over that hump. The breakthrough hasn't happened yet in the way that you would like. My little brief 2 cents is God didn't put you in this particular space. He didn't put this calling onto your life for you to give up. He is always working behind the scenes. It's up to you to continue to do the work and keep sowing seeds, even in the times where you don't feel seen. He is working behind the scenes. You continue to stay faithful, and he will align the right breaks to come your way at the right time. So these are for my ladies. They know who they are, that are currently right now really down in their businesses. And these babies are moving and shaking and doing the things. And so I know that the right breaks will present themselves. So I wanted to not only talk to them, but I wanted to talk to all of you in the audience. If you are a business owner and it's just not quite, happening, well, the money is not matching what you're doing right now, just continue to keep going, because God has a plan and he will make a way for everything to come around full circle. So the breakthrough is coming. All right. All right. First victim of the night, not just playing, is my buddy. Her name is Danielle White of Metro Health Institute. She is a visionary entrepreneur, educator, and healthcare workforce innovator dedicated to transforming lives through accessible education and sustainable career pathways. She is the founder and president of Metro Health Institute, a leading Texas career school with 100% national exam pass rate, and CEO of Metro Health Staffing, a national medical staffing agency serving all 50 states and parts of Canada. Under her leadership, Metro Health Institute offers affordable, accelerated programs for students seeking fast entry into healthcare careers And Metro Health Staffing connects over 3,500 skilled professionals to critical clinical and wellness projects nationwide. Ladies and gentlemen, gents and ladies, my boo, Danielle White, Metro Health Institute. Woo! I'm so glad that you're here. Can you hear me? Are you on mute?
I'm on mute. My bad. I'm sorry.
That's your spirit.
No,
all right.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited. That was a great intro. Thank you.
I'm just glad that you're here. Tell everybody who you are.
Okay.
Tell everybody what made you start this school.
Okay. I'm Danielle, like you heard, with Metro Health Institute. I love phlebotomy and everything about phlebotomy and certifications, and I thought of it before in the past as the next step. What do I want to do? And I ended up opening up Metro Health Institute to Allied Health School. We have programs like phlebotomy, medical assistant, EKG tech, physical therapy tech, mental health tech. I just was trying to be different and just come up with easier ways to get into these fields. It doesn't have to be that complicated, and it's been going good. It's been going good, and the education can be free.
Danielle and I recently finished a program with TW, Women for Center of Entrepreneurs. And it was an amazing process and learning. We learned so much through those 12 weeks. And so I was like, you got to come on the show and tell everybody about this amazing program.
Yes.
So brag on yourself real quick. 100% national exam pass rates. How'd you do?
Well, we have broken it. Well, it's not just me. I have a team that helps me, but you take these exams, these national exams, and they make them really difficult. And we've figured out ways to add more games, to add more activities, and add more fun ways to learn. So we're still learning the exam, but we're learning it in more fun, interactive activities. So it just has a higher chance of passing when it's presented that way versus just the book.
Okay.
Right.
Now, talk about how people can get into these programs.
Okay. We have several ways. We are an eligible training provider with the state of Texas for Texas Workforce Commission, Texas Workforce Solutions. So if a person is going through income barriers of any type, whether they're receiving SNAP benefits, whether they are on public housing, the state will pay for them to go to school to learn a trade, and we're a provider for that. So if they're between 16 and 24, maybe they are in foster care, maybe they have a developmental disorder, maybe they have a diagnosis, a diabetes or high blood pressure, anxiety, PTSD. There are programs out there. There are organizations that fund for people to go back to school, and we're a vendor with some organizations that will pay for you to go to school, so you will have no out-of-pocket costs for yourself.
That is amazing.
Thank
you.
you.
My gosh, because you don't really hear that. I remember you talking about that when we were in the accelerator. I was like, you don't really hear about people trying to give, free, because that's technically free education.
Yes.
Free certification.
Yes. Technically, I mean, that's the best model. I mean, most of our programs offer a free laptop. Our medical assistant program comes with a laptop, uniforms, class ring. So there's.
Stop that.
Yeah.
Really?
We try.
Come on, class ring. Oh my God.
We try.
It's amazing. So talk about the staffing agency piece of it all.
Yes. So I started with the staffing. So I started out with the staffing. I've been staffing phlebotomists since 2016. I took a phlebotomy. I went to phlebotomy school in 2011, and I just love phlebotomy. I started going on these travel phlebotomy assignments all over the country, and I just was like, I wonder how much they're making for me. Like, oh my gosh, I would meet all these different phlebotomists. So I would find out about mobile phlebotomy things, and I would reach out to my previous coworkers, and I'd be like, hey, there's a collection, you want to go? And they'll go, and then we just started growing like that. And in 2016, I opened up Metro Health Staffing, and COVID comes, it gets busier. We need people. It's insane. We've had amazing clients. We've done drug testing for sports agencies. We've done a lot of different things. And when COVID happened, we needed more people. I'm like, I need people. Everyone's scared. Everyone's in their field. And our school had just closed. COVID came, and they're like March of 2020, and they're like, schools, no more schools. So
Right.
I had to focus more on staffing. And I'm like, dang, I wish I had more staff. So I ended up hiring all of my previous students to do the nasal pharyngeals. And I just knew that, okay, I'm going to have to stay in this field. I like this field. I'm going to have to create more people like me so that I can utilize them for projects, and then the client doesn't have to worry about that they've been trained properly because I'm training them properly.
Love it. How long is an average program?
Okay, we have several. So our medical assistant program is 12 weeks, and it can vary from there. So it can be as short as 8 weeks, but the average is 12 weeks. 3 months phlebotomy, 3 months. I'm sorry, 4 weeks EKG, 4 weeks phlebotomy, 4 weeks vitals. So the whole thing, 12 weeks. We have our phlebotomy program. We have a 5-day, we have a 10-day, we have a 4-hour that we do for organizations. We have
Oh,
an 8-hour that we do for organizations. So we have different programs, and all of them are licensed under Texas Workforce Commission career schools.
oh my gosh. So you're doing all the things. I was going to mess with you and say, how do you have time to do both? That seems like a lot going on. How do you have time to manage? Hey, handle your personal life,
Mm-hmm.
staffing, Metro Health Institute,
Yes.
all
Yes.
the ebb and flow of that.
I mean, I don't do it alone. I have a team. I don't do it alone. I could if I had to, but I've done it all before alone. But I've outsourced a lot of things. So I do have virtual assistants that help me with different projects as far as like administrative projects. I have phlebotomy instructors that are helping me. I have client services for the staffing department. So it gets done. And then the good thing is that we can use previous students. So we don't necessarily have to go too out of network to find a lot of the staffing requests. We
Okay.
just internal. So it's a system that's kind of been being babied for the last 8 years. So by now we use tools and things to make it easier. But I do have a team.
Yes. So for students, do they have to be in DFW or can they be anywhere?
Technically, our phlebotomy program and our medical assistant program has clinicals. For our free programs and our government assistant programs, you do have to live in the state of Texas. But for self-pay, you can actually do it hybrid, half online, and come for clinical hours. And there's ways. So, you don't have to be in the state of Texas. We've had trainings where we've gone off site to different states and have done trainings. So, no, not limited to Texas, but we have 3 locations in DFW. So, you
Okay.
can a little bit more in DFW.
5 years from now. Hey, this question was asked to us back in April. 5 years from now, where do
Yeah.
you see Metro Health Institute?
Mm. Uh, ugh. 5 years from now. 5 years from now, God willing, I mean, we're a training provider for the state of Texas. So I would love for Metro Health Institute to have hubs in all of these rural cities that
Okay.
don't often get seen, that end up having to be stuck in certain jobs because there's just nothing in these cities. So I would love to target these rural areas and have little
Mm.
hybrid locations so that they can do still the same thing that the big cities get. And they still qualify for these programs. It's just that they don't have the schools in these areas. So we can actually we can send instructors to a site, which would make a difference. So I would love to tap into all the rural areas that are not really, really thought about.
Yeah. Okay.
I would want 5 years from now.
Well, tell everyone how you can be reached, followed if they're interested in the program.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. You can reach out to me, reach out to us at mhicertifications.org. basically Metro Health Institute certifications.org, Metro Health Institute on LinkedIn. We're on Instagram, Metro Health Institute on Facebook. You can reach out to us, Metro Health. We're in Grand Prairie. We have a location in South Dallas. We have a location that's opening up in Irving, Texas.
Oh my gosh, congrats.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So there's ways to reach us. Metro Health Institute. I think we're the only one.
I love it. Well, I am so grateful that you are here today. Thank you so much, Danielle. And
Thank
I need to love on you in person.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Can't wait to see you.
Absolutely. Take care, girl. Thank you so much.
Have a good day.
Hey, everybody. Give Danielle some claps in the chat. She was amazing. I gave her a hard time before we came home. So next is Beth Butler and Marcus Mallett of Lone Star Box Rental LLC. They are a small business located in the DFW Metroplex. And they say, are you tired of playing Tetris with your moving boxes? Are you worried about the cherished items broken during your move? They provide solutions for those problems, where they offer sanitized, stackable, plastic reusable moving boxes with the integrated lid. And if your breakable items are wrapped properly inside their boxes, the chances of damaged goods reduce drastically. And their boxes stack perfectly on rolling dollies to help move more than one box at a time. And they customize your quote upon your location, rental, etc. So for them to tell you and show you these lovely boxes, Marcus Mallett and Beth Butler, Lone Star Box Rental. Yes, I'm so ready for them. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
So, little quick tidbit on these two. So, for those who watch or know me personally, I'm really big on networking. Go meet some people. Go talk to someone you don't know. You might be glad that you did. And so, a friend of mine invited me to a networking event early in the year, and I got to meet these two lovely people, these gems, Beth and Marcus. And you go to networking events, you give out, Beth came, approached me, gave me her business card. I'm like, all right, Beth, I'm going to reach out. And so she actually reached back out to me, and I, much later ended up, Marcus came to the event I had, the real estate professionals, and they, actually won a spot to come on tonight. And so I'm like, dude, I want everybody to know about Lone Star Box Rental, because when it was first explained to me what their business was, I was like, huh? Okay. And then you see that people in the networking event actually have used your services. And so they were raving about it. And so, Marcus, real quick, before you guys introduce yourselves, just, hey, he moved around. You guys see the stack. And they're pretty sturdy, so they can fit. Okay, Marcus is Vanna, and so they're really sturdy. And you can put how many dolly?
Typically, we try to recommend that you don't put more than 4 on a dolly, just so that you can see over them,
right,
and or around them, and you can maneuver them easier.
So people can pack stuff, breakable items, so you don't have to put the box within the box. You can just pack whatever. That is just cool.
So, if you have grandma's cherishables, grandma left you this nice porcelain egg, and it gets stacked into, even though the box says fragile all over it, because we all love the word fragile, it gets stuck usually underneath that box of books, we just got from Miss Danielle, those educational books that get stacked on top of that fragile egg.
Yeah.
Well, in our boxes, because they stack on top of each other, very nice and neat, and they're sturdy, you don't have to worry about that egg getting squished by those educational books.
Awesome. So you guys give me a quick little intro about yourselves. What made you say, dude, I'm going to start this business and turn this, and so we could, and then also we'll talk about where you serve and all that besides DFW. Go.
Sure. So I had kept coming across this lady by the name of Carrie on Facebook, and she had this really cool idea, and I loved it. Talked to Marcus. We've both moved across the nation many times, or I've moved within the Dallas-Fort Worth area. He's moved across the nation multiple times. And we both had a lot of personal experience with moving boxes, whether it was the challenge of the trash bags, the moving boxes, things getting broken, trashed, destroyed during a move. I grew up with a mom that worked in a meat market, and so mom would bring home those boxes, cardboard boxes. While they could handle 100 pounds of pork loin, there was some nastiness that was inside those boxes. And as I was growing up, I didn't know what was in those boxes. I just knew it was disgusting. Mom said, too bad, suck it up, put your stuff in the box, we got to move. It was bad. Our boxes, they come to you sanitized, they're clean. And so I talked to Marcus about it. He was already planning to move back to Texas. We decided to begin this adventure. It is our business, even though this lady kind of guided us and helped us with some contacts and showed us a little bit of the way. Carrie's been great. And here we are. We've got 275 boxes in-house, literally in the house, that are staged in a bedroom.
Literally. How long have you guys been in business? We officially established our LLC in March of last year, but we didn't really start hitting the ground with networking and getting out there in front of people until October, probably closer to November.
October, November, and then the holidays hit. So there was, the December and January, we weren't really doing much. And then probably February, March is when we really started actually trying. So
gotcha.
Basically, the last 6 months or so has been the real grind, I guess you could say.
Gotcha. And so, Marcus, you said, yes, let's do this. And You serve DFW. Where else do you serve?
Within reason, basically DFW. We have a few options outside of the DFW area where if, we have a relative or a friend of ours or something like that could hold the boxes until I could get out there to pick them up. It kind of depends. It really depends, but primarily local moves here in the DFW area.
Okay. Awesome.
I mean, we can and will go to East Texas, West Texas, Oklahoma. It, where we've got some contacts, obviously becomes a little more cost effective. We always want to make sure that it's cost effective for the customer too.
Right. So talk about that process. So someone may be watching right now, and they may be interested in kind of learning more. They want to rent the boxes from you. Kind of what's that process?
So typically they can reach us via phone, email, website, Instagram, Facebook, whatever, pretty much any of the social media aspects. We ask a few questions such as what's your current living situation? What are you moving to? Are you moving? Is it a commercial? Is it a residential? Is it a renovation? We get some information, ask them a few questions in that aspect. How long do you think you're going to need them? When are you going to want them? And we kind of work with them on a timeline and potentially a budget if they've got a budget in mind, and then create the customized quote. Typically, I'm putting the quotes together since I'm not always in the DFW area, so I can do that remotely. Marcus is generally the face that gets to be the delivery guy and the pickup guy. He's got that charming smile, so we'll work with the customer on what they're looking for on their quote, and then once we agree upon their selection and their package, then we get them onto the calendar. Marcus contacts them a couple days before, secures a delivery time frame, and we drop them off, whether it's at their doorstep or if they want to come and pick them up from us in Josephine, they're more than welcome to as well.
Absolutely.
To add to that, we do have suggested packages. So, say a 3-bedroom house is approximately 50 boxes. We can obviously fluctuate the numbers. It ends up being a custom order. There's no minimum. There's no maximum. Well, I guess as long as we've got the boxes, there is a maximum. But
I was going to ask that, and like, how do you determine how many boxes you should be able to rent to someone? But I guess, you know, if you've done it enough, you kind of just know, especially in a corporate setting, you know, because that could be, you know, a lot.
So for a corporate setting, typically if a corporate office is relocating, we recommend to them two boxes per employee. Now, if it's a very paper-driven company, and they, you know, and they want to take everything out of file cabinets and put them in boxes, that obviously changes the quantity. But for the most part, on a commercial relocation, we do recommend 2 per employee. And then, yes, we do have our custom, our guided packages for, you are correct, Marcus. I forgot about those. Thank you very much for mentioning that. But we also know that some people are a little more of a minimalist side, and then there's some people that are a little bit more on the hoarder side that need a little bit more because they've got more knickknacks than the average person. So that's where the customization comes into play.
Yeah. And if somebody's got like no idea on how many boxes they may need, I can go out to the house and walk around and kind of do a rough estimate of approximately how many boxes as well. So, and that's for no extra charge as well.
Gotcha. The face of the brand over there. So Marcus came to the Keys to Connection back in April. He's the spokesmodel. I have him in a 360 photo booth. He's posing. He was just glad to be there. It was us like the Lone Star Box Rental, spokesperson. I'm glad that you came, Marcus. Hopefully that you enjoyed yourself and got some connections that day.
Of course.
At the event. So I'll ask you what I asked Danielle. Where do you guys see Lone Star Box Rental in 5 years?
Hopefully in and out of everyone's houses. Our boxes of that is.
I got it. I knew what you meant. Oh God. And got your nice drum roll there. Of course. You see yourself expanding though, like expanding.
Yeah, I mean, it would be great to be in multiple cities, so that way it makes the city to city moves even better and easier and all that. For simplicity's sake, I mean, if we can just expand the amount of boxes and the amount of customers that we get to see and all that, even just in the DFW area, that'd be great as well.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. What's the turnaround time? So like someone rents boxes from you, 50 boxes, whatever. Do you guys set that turnaround time, or they just, whoever is renting, they, honor system in this case?
No, we have a recommendation of typically on a house move, you're excited about your house move as it is, right? So you're ready to pack, you're ready to relocate and unpack and settle in. So we have a recommendation of like 2 weeks, but we also know that sometimes life is life, and you know what? Let's establish this on the front end. Realistically, I'm not going to get it done in 2 weeks. I'm going to need that 3rd week. Okay, not a problem. Hey, we're putting the house on the market. We want to start off with 10 boxes just to start packing up. And then when we get ready as we get closer to a close date, we want to get ready to pack up the rest of the house. Okay, not a problem. We'll start you off with 10. We'll do an extension and we'll add an additional number of boxes that we agree to. And this is your timeline. If you contact us, say like 2 days, because we typically will touch base 2 days before and say, hey, you're good. We're picking you up. We're picking up boxes next Thursday. No, I'm not going to be done. I'm going to need 3 more days. Okay, I'm going to send you over an extension. And then there's the extension for those extra days of rental.
Got it. Okay. And I asked that question because is that one person that I know me when I may be using you guys next year. So just get ready. I know me when I move, we unpack it on site. I won't look at all them boxes. In this case, those lovely blue boxes, behind you there, those tubs behind you there. I don't want to look at that. So I know me, I'm the person, all right, let's unpack. Hey, get these boxes back. But I know a few people, when they move, stuff is just sitting there. It could be 2 months later. It's just like a corner. And you're like, you're going to unpack that, some point?
Yeah.
And they're like, I'll get around to it, in days, turn into weeks. And so I asked that question, do you ever have that, a moment of someone that's, kind of
taking their time? Yeah. We've had a renovation project where it wasn't the customer that was taking their time. It was the contractors were struggling, not having their materials ready, whatever the case may be. And luckily the customer was, hey, I'm so sorry. My contractors, she was honest about it. Hey, my contractor's messing up. They're not doing their job like they've committed to. Can I extend my rental? Can I extend my rental? Not a problem. We're flexible for the most part. And, we obviously don't want to be taken advantage of. Nobody does, because we're all in it to make a little money. But, we're not unreasonable people either. Like, hey, we understand things come up. Just let us know what's going on.
Yeah, communication is everything. Well,
Yes,
what? Well, I admire you guys so much. You guys were so.
One more thing we kind of forgot to add in. Not only do the boxes they come and they're handy. We have the dollies as well. The boxes right inside the dolly, so you can put that stack right there is out of dollies. So I can just easily
Okay, so not okay.
Yep.
So 4 can fit on that?
We recommend 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you're just looking at that, going on there, don't tip over.
Yeah, I know for me, probably about 3. We're short. Short people problem.
That's still 3 less carries that you have to carry. 3 less boxes you have to carry.
I agree. I agree. Yes, and then we have the honorary employees over there, Cassius and
Cassius. Tyson's down on the floor right now. Come here, Tyson.
Cassius was like, "Word, you call my name? What's up?" I was resting comfortably.
He was very much.
Oh, look at him! Internationally known. What's up, Tyson? Thank you guys so much for being on tonight.
Ms. Robbin, thank you for having us.
Of course. I hope to connect with you guys soon. And yes, let everybody know really quick how you can be followed and reached.
Facebook.com. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn at Lone Star Box Rental. And then our website is lonestarboxrental.com.
Amazing. Thank you, Marcus. Thank you, Beth. I will talk to you guys soon. Have a good one, y'all.
Bye.
Bye. Give them some claps in the chat for Marcus, Malin, and Beth Butler. Give them some claps. All right, next. We're going to get our health and wellness together, all right? So, Tess Chang, Glow with Tess. Tess is a health and wellness coach specializing in helping busy professionals implement transformative and long-lasting lifestyle changes that make them look and feel their best. She offers highly customized coaching plans that consider your individual needs and busy lifestyle, all the way from Florida. So get ready, get set, and glow with Tess. Everybody, Tess Chang. Hey, girl. Thank you so much for being here, Tess. How's it going?
Very well, Robbin. Thank you for having me on your show. I'm excited to share my insights with your audience.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, Tess, what inspired you to start this amazing brand? I love what you're doing. I've already told you that. I'm going to say it again. I love what you're doing. Tell everybody how you got started. Go.
Well, I have a family history of diabetes. So that really, seeing how my family, has come about and see how they were affected by this dreadful disease, it prompted me to actually do more research into it when I was in my 30s. And I decided to switch career and actually went to NYU and completed a master's in clinical nutrition. Because I really wanted to go into nutrition and help people understand that your food really makes a difference, what you eat every day. And let's face it, we have to eat. We enjoy it as well. But what you put in your body can really have an impact on your health. So I was practicing as a nutritionist for many years back in Los Angeles. And when I moved to Miami, I decided that no, food is not enough. Nutrition is not enough. Other aspects of lifestyles also matter. So this holistic approach is much more important. And I decided to go into wellness coaching. And it's been really rewarding. This journey has been amazing, helping people make lifestyle changes, and they can really see an improvement on their overall well-being.
Yes, yes. You made a comment about the food that we eat. Some foods that we eat can have an effect on us. And a lot of times you don't notice that until later on in life. You hear more people with like gluten allergies and, things like that. And it could just, things you've probably been eating for years. And then much later you realize, okay, something's not quite right until you go to the doctor, get checked. And the doctor's like, yeah, you're allergic to gluten.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. With, a lot of these lifestyle behaviors, you don't get the impact right away. And that's why a lot of people actually ignore the symptoms until that, a disease is developed. But, something like diabetes can take years, to come about. But in the meantime, there are lots of things you can do to actually prevent it, things you can change. And so, I'm passionate about actually inspiring people to take control of their health, and so that they can preserve their independence.
Especially now, more people are pre-diabetic. And so you can walk around pre-diabetic. I read something 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. You could walk around pre-diabetic on the border. And some people, the doctor may not catch it until it's like right there, there at your A1C's right there at the diabetic stage. And, when it's too late, what are some ways that people can help kind of reverse that pre-diabetic stage?
First of all, exercise is really important. Movement counts because it helps you to become more insulin sensitive. So when you actually have something with sugar, this way your body will have a better way to combat that. Exercise has so many benefits anyway. So it's not just about blood sugar control. Right. And of course, diet, so focus more on protein, limit your sugar intake. Sugar really has no upsides. It's something that our bodies really don't like. It might sound a bit extreme, but it's actually like an assault every time we have sugar. And so the body is like fighting, trying to get back into balance. And yet again, it's so addictive. And so that's why food manufacturers like to put that in all our foods to get us hooked onto their products. So we keep buying them. So we really have to have that mindset to say, no, this is not good for me. Perhaps I'll just have it as a treat. I always say to people, if you love ice cream, I know a lot of people do, especially in this country.
Unfortunately, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, so rather than having it every night after your dinner, use it as a...
Go ahead.
And the best way to do that is actually not to have any in your freezer. Don't keep it at home.
Yeah, I learned that. Yeah, used to keep Bluebell at home.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
learned to not have it at home, because I knew I eat it every day.
You'll be thinking about it. And also, the little devil will be calling you. I'm just around the corner. But if you have to get in your car to go to the grocery store, that takes a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you might
she has
think,
3
oh,
boxes. Oh God.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And maybe look for some more natural ways for your sweet treats. Maybe some fruits or unsweetened nut butter. That could be really, a good option. But that's how I help people, actually transform, their eating habits. It's actually look at other ways, focus on the good things. So
Yes.
this way you don't feel like you are making a sacrifice.
Yes. And for water and drinking more water,
Yeah.
how much should we be drinking?
I would suggest between 6 and 8 glasses a day. But of course, if you exercise a lot, you're sweating a lot, or if you do things like sauna, or you happen to be living on a desert and it's hot and dry, then have more. But I would suggest between 6 and 8 glasses. And I would say start early in the day.
Yes, ma'am.
In the morning.
I learned that very early, because otherwise you're gonna be getting up all hours at night if you don't. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So start early in the morning. Your body is probably quite dehydrated from not having drunk any water, for a few hours when you're sleeping. So start with 1 or 2 glasses, and then and have your water frequently until maybe late afternoon and taper off. So this way, as you said, you won't go to bed, drinking water, and then you get woken up having to make bathroom stops.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing is all these habits, when you stack them, they really are really beneficial, because these days we spend a lot of time in front of the screens, in front of the computer. So we find ourselves sitting for a long period of time. But what does water do for you? What does hydration do? It gets you to go to the bathroom, so you have to move.
Absolutely. So what's next for Glow with Tess?
Well, I'm actually, I mainly work with private clients. A lot of them are very busy individuals, entrepreneurs, professionals, and they just feel overwhelmed. They know there are ways they can improve their health, but their schedules are so packed. So they don't know how to fit these habits in. And that's where I come into it. I give them the support and the accountability. Accountability really is important, because people think, I can do it myself, but they don't, because life gets busy.
Mm-hmm.
Stress comes in the way, and you think, oh, forget it. But then they get reminders from me. I keep them on track. I really enjoy doing that with my clients, especially when I see that, their lives are transformed, not just their health, but their personal life, their work life, they're more energy, they perform much better, they increase their productivity. But I would actually like to do more public speaking, do more workshops, and maybe go around the country and go to other places too, other countries, and to actually get this message out that you can take control of your health.
Yes.
And health is the foundation of everything you do. And in order to actually have a good life, to live well, we have to take care of our health, this foundation, this temple that we have.
Absolutely. Let everyone know how you can reach Tess.
My website, you can go on it, take a look. It's Glow with Tess with 1 W. So it's GLOWITHTESS. Go on it, sign up for my monthly newsletters. This way you get health and wellness tips every month from me. And I'm on social media as well. My handle is the same on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, Glow with Tess. So you can reach me that way, and contact me, and we can have a conversation and see how I can support you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Tess, for being on with us tonight. I look forward to connecting with you more. I got some things I got some things brewing in my mind. We'll talk offline. So I would love to connect more with you. Thank you for dropping some gems today for the audience, and I cannot wait to chat again soon. Thank you so much, Tess. We'll talk soon. Thank you. Give Tess some hand claps in the chat, y'all. All right. And last but not least, to close us out, Miss Stephanie Cobran, but you can call her Steffi. She is the owner of Beauty and Bling Boutique, where they elevate beauty and confidence with bold jewelry to make you look unforgettable. She is a wife and a stay-at-home mom of 5. She just had twins, y'all. Bless her heart. Her mission is to let moms know that they are still very much her and still that girl. So look like it, walk it, and act like it. Steffi Cobran. Woo! Hey, Mom. Moving on here.
Hey.
Hey, Mamacita. I mean, literally just had babies. Okay.
Yes.
Them babies. Now, are they still awake or they sleep? I mean,
I don't know. They with my sister.
oh, okay. No telling what they're doing at this moment. They're like, Mom's still up. We need to be up. Okay. So tell us what inspired you to start this brand?
So I started this brand off of a jump. I was already in another jewelry business and I was just doing it to make money. But I feel like God told me to jump and I was kind of like Jonah. I was running like, nah, that ain't for me. But I went ahead, I took the leap and I started the Beauty and Bling Boutique and it's been great. Like the responses I've been getting from other women, how I've been making them feel, how I'm showing how you can mix jewelry together and, pull this look for school and after school. It's been awesome. I just love making women feel great.
Amazing. Amazing. So how do you choose the jewelry that you're going to kind of do you do different spotlights each month, or was it just stuff that you have kind of in your inventory? How does that work?
Kind of stuff. I do stuff each month, right? So for Mother's Day, I did a Mother's Day collection, and then for summer, I did Bold Mama Summer because you want to be outside. Even if you're outside with your kids, you want to look good. And now I'm about to move into back to school, Mama. So about to move into that.
So do we have any fabulous pieces that we would like to showcase at the moment to show them? You got to show folks. So
now,
show the people.
I do.
New pieces.
Now, because we do bold jewelry, the pieces are statement pieces. They're not heavy. And I do have some smaller pieces for the ladies that like to keep it real light. I have that on deck.
You got some subtle stuff. All right. You got some subtle stuff,
Yes.
For the reserved ladies.
Yeah. I think about everybody. And then we like to be different. So I got some ring watches as well. You're not going to see everybody with that. So.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Put that back up there. Ring what?
Ring watches.
Shut your mouth. Okay. Carry on. All right.
And then, jewelry help you show your personality and stuff. So for the moms that like to do their zodiac sign, I got
Leo. I'm looking at Leo. You can just go ahead and put that Leo to the side for me, please. And
I sure will.
Be blessed.
And these are stainless steel.
Okay.
So that means you can wear that every day, y'all. If you follow me and you see my videos, I have these same necklaces on every day.
Okay.
So yeah.
That's okay. So with Beauty and Bling Boutique, what are some things you would like to add later down the pipeline to the line?
Later, I would love to add more glasses because anything to elevate your look, elevate your beauty. If we keep it real, sometimes you don't feel like doing your face. You don't feel like putting the lashes on. So putting on a pair of cute glasses, that'd be okay. I would like to get some shirts with some bold sayings like I'm beautiful and I know it. Just as a reminder, just in case you're having a bad day, you can put that shirt on and every time you see yourself in the mirror is I'm beautiful and I know it. So stuff like that.
Okay. All righty. So we got the ring. We got ring watches, honey. We got
Yes.
necklaces. You're gonna put my Leo onto the side. Be blessed. What else? What else you got going? Earrings.
Yeah,
You got bracelets?
we got nose cuffs for the girls that like to do the razzle dazzle like me. We got nose cuffs, bracelet, girl, bow bracelets. Okay, bow.
Do you have ear cuffs? I'm an ear cuff girl. Do you have ear cuffs?
I don't right now. Those
Okay.
went super fast. I guess because it's the start of summer, but I don't have those right now. But we do.
Ear cuffs, yes, that's my jam. So whenever,
We
I
also-
want you to think of Robbin when ear cuffs, any ear cuffs come in, just go on, reach out to me, show me a picture, say, do you want this? I'm gonna probably say yeah. All right, go ahead.
Okay. We also got toe rings and anklets. Yes, I brought them back. I brought them.
Anklets, really?
Yes, I brought the toe rings, baby. I brought them back. If you were 90s, baby, you already know.
Okay. So with the jewelry, how are you kind of showcasing it now besides the website?
I do TikTok videos. I do my Facebook reels. I go live on Facebook. I go live on YouTube. Sometimes I go live on TikTok. But I do events. I have an upcoming event coming in September. I'm gonna be in South Carolina for the Push and Pour event. So
Okay.
I'm outside. I be at the local beauty salons. I be at the fashion shows.
Okay. Awesome. So for someone who don't know who you are, give them 3 words that describe your amazing brand. Go.
Bold, unapologetic, beautiful.
Why?
We're bold because hold on, I'm not expecting to walk. We're bold because hold on, let me get my words together. Let me start by this. We're unapologetic because we're not sorry about nothing we do. Okay, we're not sorry about how we mom. We're not sorry about how we look. If we're elevating ourselves and making ourselves look better and feel better, we're bold because we do that boldly. And we're beautiful because this is the way God created us, and I'm just gonna elevate it.
And what is the last thing before we close out? Advice to a mom who is a stay-at-home mom who is considering starting a business, but they are letting fear hold them back. Give them some quick advice on why they should start their business. Go.
Do it scared, because look, it's a lot of stay-at-home moms that's waiting on somebody to show that you don't just have to be at home and mom. It's so many other things you can do. You can mom and run a business. You can mom and look good. You can run your business at that park. You can run your business just outside talking to the neighbor or something. So do it scared. Get up there in that camera. Let the people know, hey, this is my first time. I'm nervous, but I got this. And let them know. They're going to understand because somebody else is going to be nervous too.
That's right. So tell the people how you can be followed. And then your website, so they can go ahead and head over to your website and buy some stuff. Go.
Okay. So on Facebook, it's the FICO brand. Instagram, it's the Beauty and Bling Boutique. Sorry, y'all, I forgot to get into that. Instagram is the Beauty and Bling Boutique. YouTube is also the Beauty and Bling Boutique. And TikTok is Steffi Co-Brand. My website is the beautyandbling.square.site.
Well, I appreciate you so much, Steffi. I felt like we just got through talking about you coming on, and then, here we are. So thank you so much for being on tonight, and continue to be that amazing mamapreneur that you are, and take care of them little big people that you have over there. So thank you, audience, for tuning in tonight to episode 92 of the Mamapreneur Podcast. I hope that you guys enjoyed this episode, and make sure you follow everybody that has been on tonight, and make sure to support everyone. And I will see you guys in 2 weeks for the birthday episode, national holiday episode. So make sure you are in the room. Good night.